We have excellent database on extreme weather events dating back more than 30 years. So we have collected all events which have caused any kind of losses. And there we clearly see that on a global level, in the recent years, we had about 3 times as many as events compared to the early 1980s. In some regions, like in Asia, for example, we have seen even increases which are much higher than on a global level.
How do you think insurance might help countries to be more resilient to future climate change events?
First of all, insurance has a lot of risk knowledge. We at Munich Re, for example, have started in the 1970s to address climate change as a potential future changing risk for us because we provide insurance covers for losses caused by natural disasters. And if these change, if the hazards change, then we have a problem if we don't know about that. So we have invested a lot of analysis and scientific knowledge in that. And there we clearly see that we can provide these data that we have here to the discussion, because this is a good basis to talk on how risk management solution mechanisms can be organized and where, in which regions there is an urgent need to do something.
Should we really be listening to the insurance companies though? Because it sounds like you're just lobbying at these talks because you're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not about business in this case. Believe me, it's just it's rather on our corporate social responsibility side that we become active there. We have the data. We see clearly things are changing. We see that the most vulnerable people are not in the markets where our business is taking place, like the US, Japan, Europe, but in areas where there is hardly any insurance available. And as they are the most vulnerable people, we think we could provide some of our expertise to install, to implement some risk management systems. And it's not just about insurance, it's also about preventing losses. So this should be the first thing to do, to analyze what kind of risks are there in a certain region, how can we prevent losses, and money should be invested in this in the first place. But if you look at the typhoon in the Philippines just lately, such strong events, the losses cannot be prevented. So we have to have some additional means, some additional solutions to help people after such an event, and their insurance could play a role because it provides reliable money, so then don't have to ask for the money, so they get the money if they have insurance on that, and they can rely on it and can repair the damages, can buy seeds if they are farmers to get into the next season, etc.
Understandably, you're not going to make money out of them at this stage because they're very poor, but they are the big markets of the future, which some people would understand why you're getting involved.
Definitely. But what's bad about this? We would like to see these people become richer, and once they are richer, they can afford to buy insurance. This is certainly something in the long range, which is something we would like to see. Definitely. Yeah.
And in the meantime, can insurance help people, or do you think it might be a distraction from public money going to helping these people?
Yeah. Actually, there are some recent studies, scientific studies also published in scientific journals now. Actually, there are 3 of them who have analyzed how national economies perform after a big event like Typhoon Haiyan just lately. And they show that in countries where there's a higher insurance penetration, where more people have insurance, the national economy does not drop down after such an event. It can even pick up a little bit, increase a little bit, because there's much money available to invest into repair mechanisms and things like that, and this goes into the economy. So if there is no insurance, and this is a risk for the poor countries, this will bring GDP even further down, and if there are continuous events in a couple of years, then this may keep the people in a kind of a poverty trap.